This is the wrestling conscience in these wrestling streets, and we're here to lay the common sense and give you the best analysis in the wrestling world. Now, we don't go segment by segment, we go through a thematic analysis, and we have SmackDown. The last show, this is the show before WrestleMania. Let's just sink that in. This is the show before WrestleMania. I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me. I want to go asleep. I want to go asleep because it was so boring. They even had the nerve to put the Andre the Giant Memorial, whatever, in whatever match that is, which is for a Jobbers Fest, and that's a shame because a lot of the people in that battle royal was really put some really good work in, like Kamala Hayes, if I say his name right, the NWO, um, you know, Andrade does not deserve to be in that battle royal. He should be on the upper mid card, 100%. And Kamala Hayes definitely. Even the Miz should not even be part of that. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But they're part of that, and they could even put it on the pre-show match. They couldn't put it on the main match. And they got filler matches anyway, like those women titles, or even the New Day and the tag team stuff is just pure filler. It is what it is. Um, I just wanted to, if you got amnesia or not, can you remember last year how exciting it was comparing to this? Now that Cody has finished his story, the chapter is done. Send it back to the library. The library books are overdue. We don't need this anymore. Okay? Okay? Right? So it's just so totally go to sleep. Seth Rollins is whining, whining, whiny, whiny. Nothing said. Um, I can't even tell you a highlight. I can't even give you a proper highlight. That's how bad it is. And I just watched it a couple hours ago because I'm in the UK and I ain't gonna watch it live. Right. So what I've learned watching a lot of YouTube content, watching a lot of interviews by Triple H and TKO and WWE, that they are just a content machine. They just want to produce content and get paid. That's all they care about. And they will just coast, coast, and coast because they know that they've got multi-generational fans, which whether we like the product or not, we'll just turn up and we show up because we have a powerful connection with this brand. A very powerful connection. Even if we disengage for a couple of years, somehow a storyline will always get us back. And they've took the piss and they're ruining the hardcore fan base. Now, I keep on saying to people in the comments and different things, just because someone goes, Cody, Cody Rhodes, Cody, that's like a fan thing. That's like fan, just because they're there, they're participating, it's pantomime. But once they come off and they're all that, the fan crowd sheep mentality finishes, and they go home and they watch this crap and they're like, nah, this ain't it. This is not it. This is not it. And this what makes me very, very upset because the coasting is so blatant and Triple H and the TKO people are so blatant, but they literally do not care. And it's a slap in the face, especially I think it's slap in the face for me because I just feel like me, like I'm the only fan. Because you invest a lot of time in this product. This is not just like, oh, this was a random thing, a random match. It's like 52 days a year. So it's just like, how much do you have? SmackDown, it's like 3 hours. Raw is 3 hours, that's 6 hours. If you watch NFT, that's an hour or two. So that's gone at least 7 hours. And then you have a pay-per-view, so that's another 3, 4 hours. You can watch something for 10 hours 10 hours a week, potentially, or even more. Because I don't just consume just what the program is. I consume what's around it. I want to know more about what's happening in the company, what's happening in the direction of pro wrestling in general. And the coasting attitude, just because you got money come in your pocket, just because you got sponsorship deals, is very, very arrogant. Remember WCW? They're very arrogant, getting money, burning Ted Turner's money, and look where it got them. Just because you have money doesn't mean you have great ideas. And the fans, we're getting a bit fickle. Yeah, because one minute we say, oh, AEW is amazing, then we say it's crap. When we say WWE is amazing, then we say it's crap. It all goes up in cycles. And you're competing with Disney, Netflix, or well, as an entertainment entity, you compete with UFC, boxing. That's why wrestling is not the zeitgeist. No matter how much they tell you of this corporate shilling, oh yeah, well, it's hot as ever never been. It's hot, but it's never ever been. It's hot, but never been. I do not care. It is not good. The whole internet's community or the whole internet, apart from saying whoa, whoa, Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. Let's go, Cena sucks. Let's go, Cena sucks. It's just crap. It's absolutely crap. I can't even get myself. Yeah, I need to get into this. I need to get into this now. Okay. So this leads to, I didn't even get it. It's really hard to be a content creator because you want energy and you want me to do this and proper editing and it's coming. I need to learn to edit and all this kind of stuff. But it's really, really hard because honesty and authenticity, if I can say, is really important to me. So if I am not feeling it, it's coming across in the content. I didn't even give you the themes or sense of travel, so sorry about that. Let me about 7 minutes into the video. So I've talked about going to sleep, which is a theme, coasting, superfan bland faith, meaning just like the super fans, the people just stupid to give you WWE copious lot of money for doing absolutely nothing. Those are the ones what they're caring for. Triple H wants people just to shut up and pay. They basically, that's how they see us. The CEOs just shut and pay. They don't see it's relationships. Like, we're giving you some content on the service, just shut up and just take it. You little stupid bitch. That's what he's essentially saying. SmackDown was a promo, brawl, and repeat. And the reason why there's content creators like myself, bigger or whatever, is because we're keeping wrestling alive. For us to talk the truth because we're passionate about wrestling and we give criticisms and we give good things about it as well. We're keeping it alive because if we're not talking about it, no one else will because you are not reaching the mainstream. You're not reaching the mainstream because you can buy and influence people like Complex. You can buy Cardi B and for her to do SummerSlam. You can buy someone like Travis Scott. Culture, it has to be organic and it has to be a movement. Buying people, buying especially black culture, is not sustainable. The black culture wants to accept it and they organically move it on its own. Yeah? No matter how much rappers and stuff you've bought to be part of this stupidness. All right, so I've talked about going to sleep. You can tell by my voice, I'm just like, "Oh, this is someone going to sleep." Talked about coasting because they know we'll bitch about it, we'll talk about it, but you guys, the fans, some of you more hardcore than me, will just shut up and pay. So, well, wrestling is my life, wrestling is my identity. I have an unhealthy obsession with wrestling, not normal, and I'll just do whatever it says, and I'll just like spend my life savings or going to Wrestlemania. I'm like, that's you, mate. Hope it gives you fulfillment. Okay, so the super fan blind faith people, they're like, oh, shut up. If you don't like it, don't watch the product. Oh, Triple H is cooking. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, these people must not have a life. No, for real. I'm not even taking the piss. I don't know what they call them, netbeards or whatever. They must not have a life. Like, for you to say this is cinema, the triple threat match between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns and CM Punk is going to be amazing. That should be a main event. For you to think that Gunther versus Jay is a great build up. What can I say? For you to even put over Tiffy Time and Rhea Ripley shows the quality and low expectations of stardom in wrestling today. Rhea Ripley's totally overrated. And that's fine. I can accept that. Not everyone's going to be my favorite wrestler. Liv Morgan is semi overrated. I thought she was overrated, Liv Morgan. When I see her with her character work and how she moves things, like I'm like, you know what? She's growing on me. She's growing on me. I don't think she's amazing. I think you guys, the bots, still overrate her, but that woman is proving herself. Is just being consistent, proving herself, and doing good work. While you guys are just so horrible to Bianca Belair for no reason. And I might do. I'm doing a separate video on that. F it. I'm doing a separate video on that. You're racists. Um. Yeah. The next thing I was going to say is shop and pay. Basically, I saw Triple H, not me personally, but I saw him on a show. I think Rosenberg, the guy from 107, Hot 97, whatever, the guy who just comments on lots on Black or African American culture. He does a code switch in his little suit, and he is talking to Triple H, and Triple H is just literally thinking, I don't care about what the fans say, and then he literally lists all the criticisms what the fans tell him in the internet community, which influences his booking decisions, obviously. So I think Triple H is frustrated because I do believe he has some constraints. He has a lot of constraints that we probably don't know about. Things which he can't control, like influences from The Rock, the board, TKO, and all these contracts of people being part time. You want to tell a story, but you know these people only be around in like an 8 week span 2 times. So what can you do? So he has to stretch this out. I do believe Triple H doing the best what he can with the top stars because they're part timers, but everything else is just trash. And he has enough time and he has enough bandwidth to make these people even more stars. And there's things which I cannot forgive him for the promo brawl and repeat. Do a little crappy promo, have a brawl, get the security guards and repeat. Those was only supposed to be used for special occasions. Now I'm expecting like 3 or 4 brawls and security to come every episode. What can I say? What can I say to you? Promo, brawl, and repeat. I can't even tell you what I watched SmackDown. I watched it. I did. But I can't even tell you about the content because it was so poor. The only thing I did like, kind of, what gave it a little bit more realism, blurred lines, piqued my interest a little bit, was the Charlotte Flair interview with Wade Barrett. That gave it a bit more realism and makes me like, oh, yeah, that's the only match I probably wanna. I'm interested of the outcome. I feel they're gonna give Tiffy the thing, but I don't wanna give it to her. I think Charlotte should win just to piss everyone off because it's not definitely Tiffy time. I do not think it's Tiffy time at all. Tiffy time, the clock is broken. Absolutely. Don't hate her as a person. It's just she just needs to develop her character better. And there's better people who could be the women champion and move this championship along, like Natalia. Don't don't what's the word? Don't don't push Natalia away, man. You have good wrestlers who can do stuff. And my last point, because I can't even think about, I didn't take much notes to be honest, because we were so boring. I don't care what people say. Oh, Cena, Cody Rhodes, obliterated John Cena. You think just saying a little thing, a bar here and there was a good promo? Well, we had elite promos in 2000s and the Attitude Era. Saying that John is stale, like Starcade and Sting's face, and all this kind of stuff, and John Cena can't wrestle. Really? For 20 years being on top, you're saying John Cena can't wrestle. But, and I bet there's like 10 million writers back. And that's the best promo they could come up with before WrestleMania. Wow. The standards are so low. Everyone think that was a good they're one of the best promos. 100% crap. 100% crap. And they're turning on Cody Rhodes. I'm glad they are. I'm not saying I'm a hater of Cody Rhodes, but I heard booze. I heard booze. And we're keeping it alive. It's not like we don't hate Cody Rhodes as a person. We admire what he's done for the industry, Mr. Libations. But at the same time, Cody Rhodes, the story, man. It's not storying. I regret being a Cody crybaby. I regret being a Cody crybaby. Oh, can I say something? I think I said it in my last one. Why was there was such an uproar for Cody to follow the tradition for him to main event and be in Wrestlemania last year, but we don't have the same uproar for Jey Uso, who should main event, and his name is main event Jey Uso, because I see in some interviews in the WrestleMania press run, it's like, oh, doesn't matter that he's not the main event. No, he should be. There should be an uproar. He should be main event, whether we like it or not. He should main event because that is tradition. So everyone's picking their tradition of who they want and their uproar of who they want. So fans are fickle, man. But what I want to tell you, the true fans, the real ones, are not letting this WrestleMania slide because this could be 100% preventable. Preventable. So that's Wrestling Country. I'm going to do more videos, in-depth videos, because there are serious things that we need to chat. Definitely going to do my next one is going to be a prediction. Do my prediction, and then I'm going to go into some really meta thing. So I try to do lives, guys, and you guys not watching my lives because maybe I don't promote it. So I'm just trying. You can see me being experimental, show my face a little bit. I just want to improve, figure out what's the best way to edit efficiently. Because the thing is, like, I don't want to spend 10 million time efficient making or spending money on video editing if it's not getting watched. So it's like, and finding my niche, because I'm just like, oh, it's a shame because wrestling has been so crap. I don't know what else to say. And a lot of people being negative, so people are like, oh, you're just saying another thing. Like, what makes this channel more special? That's what I'm trying to just be niche. If I just talk, I mean, I'm like, oh, should I just talk about women's wrestling? Or I don't want to talk about black. I know I'm black, but I don't want to talk about black things all the time. There must be a way. I'm trying to figure out this niche so people come to Wrestling Conscience for this, go to Chris Van Vliet for this, go to Vince Russo for this, go, you know what I mean? I want to be like, you go for here to get this type of point of view. But unfortunately, it's just been so doo-doo. We're all talking about the same things. Anyway, let me do my predictions, because I've been pretty much consistent. I have a good track record, people, for my predictions, and then take it from there. See you soon. Okay. Wrestling Conscience over and out.